So, what's up, guys? Like usual, I'm back to my channel, and today I want us to explore something which I think is very critical. For a long time, I observed this trend, but I was not able to understand how this works. But I think that for the first time, I have an idea of how this works and how we cannot be able to use this idea to be able to apply it to our businesses. So today we are talking about the ultimate guide to social proof marketing. Now let me give you a scenario for you to be able to understand. Of course, you're going to be able to explain more about social proof marketing, but let me just give you an idea. You remember those days, like for me, I grew up in the village, in the countryside, and those days we had small shops here and there. But of course, there are those shops which you preferred buying from compared to the shops which you never bought from. And basically, what most of the times influenced us from buying from a certain shop was because when you go to a certain shop, there are more customers. And because you could see more customers in a certain shop, that meant that probably not because their products were good or better than the rest of the shops, but we prefer to go there because we think if everyone is buying from a certain shop, then they definitely have got better products. But that's not really the truth. But in real sense, you find that that's what you call social proof marketing. Let me give you another example. You've probably been walking through town or through a street, and you come across a crowd of people. And then at the center of the crowd is a guy who is doing a presentation or just making a talk. Now, you won't go there because of what the guy is saying, but you go there because there is a crowd. And if there's a crowd, it means that probably what the guy is saying is something that makes sense. That is called the psychology of social proof marketing. So basically, I just want to explore this and be able to show you how can you be able to apply the same principle to your business, whether it's a brick and mortar business or your e-commerce or your an agency. So let's dive in and look at how can you be able to use social proof to grow your business. And I hope that this can really be able to scale your business to the next level. My name is Elias Simon. So let's see. Part 1, Introduction to Social Proof Marketing. We're going to be dividing this into 3 sections. So make sure that you follow through the sections. This aspect of this area of social proof marketing, we're going to do it in 3 videos because you don't make it so long. So we decided to break it into 3 parts. So make sure that you check out the 3 parts of this video for you to be able to get maximum value. Now, do you sometimes wonder why customers pick your competitors over you? After all, you do everything by the book. You attract the right traffic, gauge visitors with killer content, and constantly test different approaches to improving the user experience. But you realize that still customers are still buying from your competitor. But you see, they might have a good reason for doing so. I just gave an example when I was beginning, and that could be the reason why. So, for instance, they may perceive your competitor as more trustworthy, more credible, and consider their products as more popular. And these are the things which influence people buying. Of course, sometimes they may be wrong, but you are in business to make money. So if there's something you can be able to do to be able to, of course, not anything which is illegal, but as long as it's something legal, and you can be able to do this, and this brings sales to your business, I think it's something worth doing. So you're probably wondering, why is it that customers prefer buying from a certain supplier or from a certain shop or from a certain e-commerce instead of buying from you? It is possible that you're not using social proof. They see that they're using your competitors' products. They hear stories from friends about how well they have helped them and read reviews and praise for competitors' efforts. And so what happens? That means that they prefer buying from that competitor. Look at this post, for example. I put this from Facebook. And if you look at the number of people who, how many likes, this interaction, this engagement, of course, I was the inside part of the post. So, this is a page I'm managing. So I could be able to access this from within. But in the outside, when someone comes across this post with over 1.8k engagements with 367 shares. You know, I mean, this video has been viewed 112,000 times. Now that means that this post is more likely to be able to capture customer attentions. So I think customer attention. So while you think your products are better, customers still prefer to buy something else just because of various social proof that convinces them to do so. I'll show you how to use social proof to convince more people to buy from you and present you with examples of how other companies successfully use it in their marketing. So, who is this for? One, it's for e-commerce owners. If your online sales aren't as high as you hoped for, it might mean that you need to increase the trust in your store or products, and that's exactly what this video will help you achieve. So probably you find that you want to increase your sales and you're not really achieving that. You probably could have included more of social proof and your e-commerce can be able to move scale to the next level. And just this, if you want to find out how to improve the effectiveness of client campaigns, this is for you too. I'll teach you how to incorporate social proof into the market campaigns and improve their performance. And let me tell you, by just being able to incorporate this in their marketing campaigns or on their websites and e-commerce and the social media, you can easily be able to scale their performance, and they'll be very happy to do that. They'll be happy to pay you if you can be able to do that successfully. Now, how to get more people to buy from you? I'm sure you've noticed many websites feature information on the number of customers who have purchased their products. Let's look at an example. For example, we've got this one here. This website shows that they've got 184,604 sales. And how many comments? 19,398. And they've got 5-star rating. Now, this is an example of social proof. Let's see another one. This is Amazon. And you've got this 5-star rating, 4-star rating, and there's also this comment here on bestseller. This is social proof because basically when a customer is buying products online, they just want to look at the reviews first. Now, software companies boast about the number of their active users or recent signups. Let's look at this. This Basecamp. How many companies? Just last week, 11,515 companies got started with Basecamp 3. Sign up now. Your first Basecamp is objective fee on us. So basically, this is being used for customers because they'll, people will think like 11,000 and I'm not one of them. We've got the fear of being left out. So that can be very key to you when you're designing your e-com, or basically it can be very important. It can really be able to help you. Now, groups and organizations make you get on a wish list before you can apply to join them. Now, recently someone did this on me, and yeah, it was real because it shows that you're very popular. The products you have, people are competing for. And there was a time someone told me that when Apple was releasing their products, people would line up until 11 p.m. or even midnight, just waiting to buy a product which was about to be released. Now, look at this, for example. The September workshop is full, but we invite you to sign up for our waiting list. Now, this, because you feel that I'm being left out. So this is something you can also be able to apply in your e-commerce or in your business to make sure that customers, of course, you're good to look at this more, but I'll show you how you can be able to do it. But this is a technique you can be able to apply in your business. I don't know which business you're in, but this can actually be able to apply anywhere. Whether you run a membership site or you're talking about orders and customers buying products and all that. It can really be able to work out very well. And marketers advise you to sign up for the list showing the number of current subscribers. Now look at this. Most people who have got opt-in pages, they actually tell you just join our mailing list, join our newsletter. But think about this. Join 8,026 B2B sales professionals. So when people see this, they don't want to be left out. And the reason for doing it all, to offer social proof, communicating a product's value and popularity and influence our buying behavior. So basically, this is very, very important. Social proof is almost behind every purchase decision you make. Just think about this. How often do you pick a restaurant based on the number of people dining inside, buy a product based on the number of customers who have already purchased already, or hire a particular service provider just because they have more positive reviews so many times? Now, let me give you another example. I have a friend of mine who works in a restaurant, and she once told me that, for example, when sometimes customers come and they're not sure which meal they want to buy. So to make the buy decision easier, when the customer is not sure what to do and there's someone else who's dining next to that customer, you're like, can I just give you like their order? And they're like, oh sure, because basically we don't like making decisions. Let's just be honest. We want to make the decision-making process as easy as possible. Now that's social proof in action. Whenever we are unable to make a decision, we look at what other people do, assuming that their actions are correct for the given situation. Scientific experiments like the Stanley Milgram street corner experiment or Dr. Solomon's egg cliff and line experiments are proof that we tend to assume that if many people are doing something, have done something, or believe in something, there must be a good reason why. And so, we conform to that. Why does your business need social proof? Now think about it. You could be doing a great job communicating your unique value proposition or the benefits of using your products. But unless you convince others to see what you offer as more favorable and popular, all your other efforts will be in vain. Social proof builds trust. It's damn hard to convince customers to try your product or book your service without any proof of how it has helped others. Having social proof, maybe reviews, testimonials, or even number of sales to date, adds credibility to your business. And today, most web developers, funnels like ClickFunnels and all that, they are now integrating this method whereby you can be able, when you're building the website or your landing pages, you can be able to include all these things. You can be able to include testimonials, you can be able to include customer reviews and all those things. So I think it's time that you also took action on this and make sure that you also include social proof in your marketing. Social proof helps to validate the buying decision. For many products, social proof helps to communicate that buying them will get us accepted in social circles, for instance, and so it provides additional reason for making the buying decision. Social proof also simplifies decision making. Often imitating what others are doing is the simplest way to actually avoid having to make it. We don't like make decisions, so it makes the process of decision making easy. Now we go to, this was just the introduction part, and as you have seen, basically we've got these three reasons. Social proof builds trust, social proof helps to validate the buying decision, and social proof also simplifies decision making. And you basically want that when your customers are buying, you want when customers visit your website, you want them to leave without buying. So, and that's the real essence of making sure that you include social proof in your marketing. So check out our next video. We're going to be looking at the types of social proof marketing. But in case you've got any questions, you've got any comments, make sure that in case there's anything you want to inquire about social proof, of course you should watch the next video. But as you do that, if you've got any questions, you've got any comments, just hit the subscribe button and I'll be able to get back to you. Lastly, if you like to start and explore the business social media market, but let me just mention this. I remember there was a time, okay, I was not really there because that time I was not doing marketing, but I'm told that there was a time when people used Yellow Pages to look for information. I guess that was in early 2000s or late 1990s, and that time people used the Yellow Pages to look for information. But today, people are no longer doing that. People are looking for information on social media, and many businesses are still sleeping on this information. So I think that if you're out there and you're watching this, probably you're thinking of how to change your job. You're thinking of how to create freedom for yourself. I would advise that check out in the description. There's a free webinar on how to be able to start a social media marketing agency. Now there's a cost involved, but let me tell you, you're probably educated, you probably got a degree, or probably you spend your money on other things. You've got a TV in the house, you've got a big sound system, you're driving a car, and all these things are taking money from your pocket. But if you took money and invested in a course which is guaranteed to change your life, to help you start a new career, start a business which grows, is able to give you more than $1,000 or $5,000 a month, I think that's a worthy investment. So check in the description and follow the webinar, have a look at it. Or in case you want to know how you can be able to access it without a bit further webinar, of course, I recommend that you check the webinar because it will be able to tell you everything you need to know about social media marketing agency. But just, I think it's a way of making sure that you invest, and especially right now, jobs are very scarce. So create your own business, start your own business, and help your other businesses, I think is the best investment. So thank you very much for watching. Check out my next video, and I'll be able to explore on other types of, the types of social media, social proof marketing. Yeah, that was a bit confusing, but thank you very much for watching. It's been great having you. See you in the next video.